Okay. Marion Cotillard is clearly just a publicity ploy for Marriott Courtyard. Hey everybody, welcome to Junk Mail, the internet program where we speak at length about the television program called Garbage Time. Got an email from Patrick. Patrick said, FSU Twitter comparing Michelle Beadle to Hitler. It happened. Made me wonder if you could be compared to one historically evil person by a deranged egg avatar on Twitter, who would it be and why? I would be cool with being compared to Bane, right? Because Bane has a sympathetic origin story, therefore you kind of get why he's so awful, but at the same time, man, he is awful. It's because he only talks like that. That was actually really good. So good that I stopped.
The Batman. That was a really good Bane impression. I think I'm learning I'm actually very good at this.
Now I sound like the guy from It's a Wonderful Life. We figured it out. In order to do a good Bane impersonation, you just put your hand over your mouth and do a James Stewart impersonation.
My mouth's bleeding, Bert.
Scott said, ready to admit you were wrong about the new home run derby format? Me? Admit I was wrong? Listen, we're going to cover this in the show this week, so you should tune in. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. But was I? Tune in, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Fox Sports 1. Allison said, advice for someone attempting the 999 challenge at a game this summer. Also, better or worse than the beer mile? First off, I was gonna say worse, but worse. Worse than the beer mile because of the hot dog factor. Like, ew. Advice though, I would say do it at an American League game because it lasts longer, just for whatever reason. Also, make sure you have someone to ride the train home with you or get you home. I fell asleep on the 7 train and woke up at the other end of it. Use the buddy system, but make sure your buddy isn't also engaging in the 999 challenge. Okay. Next. Tommy asked Shake Shack or In-N-Out Burger? Shake Shack. Every day. And twice on Sundays. Shake Shack is so f***ing good. And you know what? It doesn't discriminate based on your geography. And their special sauces. It's all in the buns, too. Shake Shack buns are f***ing indisputable. They sometimes leave them still attached in the end, and then you get that little pocket of sauce. David asked, how many different stadiums have you been to? Which one was the best to party in? I haven't been to many, which isn't because I don't want to. It's just because ain't nobody got time for that. So Denver Stadium, Mile High Stadium, was beautiful and really fun, but you asked which was the best to party in, and the thing about that one is vertigo is a real thing. I learned that if you get drunk and you're up really high and, you're already up really high because you're in Denver, walking down the stairs is kind of a challenge. I'd say the best one to get drunk in or to party in, either Fenway just because I'm biased, or Citi Field. And I'll tell you why, call it back, Shake Shack. Because when I'm drunk, I want a Shake Shack burger for that aforementioned pocket of sauce. Andrew said, would you rather have your fantasy football team win the championship or the Celtics make the playoffs next year? Andrew, I would rather have my fantasy football team win the championship. Come on. Am I selfish that I would rather have a personal victory that I worked hard for than watch the Celtics get eliminated in the first round? I'm so sorry, I'm selfish. You didn't even say they would win. If they would win, then I'd maybe think about it and then still pick fantasy football championship. Ashley asked, when you played sports, what was the worst advice a coach ever gave you? I would say that I can remember the worst advice I got was I had a softball coach who said, always take the first pitch. Taking the first pitch doesn't make any sense. It was always down the middle, and every time I did it, I'd, stand and I'd take the first pitch. The ump would say a strike, and I would just look at my coach with you did this. Ryan asked, would you give up eating cheese if it meant the NHL would never have another lockout? Most people would be like, are you crazy? But it's tough because I've got to weigh the fact that when it comes to cheese, when I say I love cheese, it's a very small sector of the greater cheese world. If this is cheese, this is how much of it I like. But if this is food, this is how much of what I like is cheese. Does that make any sense? I can't give up cheese. I like it too. Giving up cheese means giving up pizza, and that's a thing I will never, ever, 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 ever do. Which brings me to our next question. Eric asked, fried chicken, steak, tacos, or pizza, one must go forever. It's pizza. I'm just kidding. I just told you I would never, ever stop eating pizza. Same with steak. I'm never going to give up steak. Tacos, you've got a versatile food there. Breakfast taco, lunch taco, dinner taco. I'm killing fried chicken. I feel bad saying it. Chicken is great. You've done so much for me. And every time we taste a new meat, we compare it to you. But I would get rid of you. I would kill you forever so that I could have carnitas tacos, a medium rare filet mignon, and pizza with bacon on it. And lastly, Craig said, marry F. kill Mark Cuban, DeAndre Jordan, ShamWow guy. Gonna kill the ShamWow guy, gonna marry Mark Cuban for his money, and I'm effing DeAndre Jordan. Guys, these are supposed to be difficult. That's it for Junk Mail. Thank you everybody for watching this week on Garbage Time, Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I think, unless we get bumped to 4 a.m., which is the ideal time slot, we've got sports things happening, except do we? Because it's that time of summer where there are no sports things happening. What will we do? Tune in and find out. See you then.